Hello, this is Paul, and thanks for staying with us. We're now on part 5 with lesson 6, and we're going to be talking about the search engine. And the search engine for XP is pretty much a separate function from what the directory is, and in Windows 7 it works together. Windows 7 has really expanded on this principle than what was ever thought of before, and it has made it a lot easier to find files that you're looking for and be able to open or work with. So this is something that has become of great importance. The search engine becomes very useful according to the size of your hard drive and how much you use your computer. If you're working with a whole bunch of different files and different projects, why the search engine becomes very useful to be able to locate your files very quickly. If you have one of the newer drives that will go even to a terabyte or even more, the search engine will help you find your files much easier than trying to browse the entire drive yourself. While working with Windows XP, to gain access to the search engine, you will have to go to the taskbar on the bottom of your screen, go to the far left, and right-click onto see the menu that comes up and select Search with the left button. So this is consistent with Windows XP. After doing this, you'll get this window open up, which is your search engine, and be able to make a partial selection or a complete selection of the file that you want to look for. When looking for the name of a file, take notice of the first box on the left side there. All are part of the file name, and be able to put in as much as you desire to be able to look for the file you're looking for. The more you put in, the less selections will come up. If you only put in a couple letters, it'll bring up a larger list than what is needed. However, if you fill in a couple more characters, you'll get a more refined list. When looking for a file, you might not be sure of how that file is spelled. For this reason, we're able to use what is called wildcards. Now, wildcards are done in two different fashions. The first one is a question mark, which signifies an ambiguous character for a single letter. And when we use an asterisk, it'll cover all of the letters to the end of the file that we're looking for. For example, a file has a word there, or is it there, signifying a difference of ERE or EIR. So we will use a wildcard to be able to search for THE question mark and question mark, and it will bring up everything with both cases. So that is one way that we can use a wildcard to find what we're looking for. For this exercise, I am putting only the word the into my search bar, and it'll show me a presentation of everything that contains that set of letters. So once we have done that, we will next go to where we want to choose to look in. For example, it might be the C drive. In most cases, it'll be for you. But however, my computer has many more drives, and I have quite a list to choose from. In this, I will also choose where I keep most of my files, which is the network drive that I keep all my data in. I will have an extensive search for the file I'm looking for, and because it is a larger drive, it will take a little bit longer time. After making these two selections, then we're ready to press the start the search button, that is, and be able to come up with a set of results. Now, like I said, because my drive is so much bigger, it's going to take a longer time than maybe on your machine, which has a lot less storage capacity. After the computer is finished working, every file that is on my drive comes up with what the letters of THE will show. Take notice that it does show a word called theater, and it's because THE is contained inside of it. If we want to refine the list, we can always add a couple more letters to our search and then perform the search button again and get a much smaller list. However, for this exercise, we'll move on with it. Take notice how it comes up, though, that there's different titles across the top, the name of the file and everything else going across, what type of file it is, and how large it is. We can click on any one of them to put them in the order as we'd like to find it, so we can find our file much easier. Since I have such a large list, I will click on the name button title up there, and the first time I click on it with the left button, it'll put everything in alphabetical order, A to Z. If I click it again, it'll do it in Z to A, so it'll invert the order. Looking back at a previous slide, I need to mention that once you find the file that you're looking for, all you have to do is double click, that is with the left button on your mouse, to open the file and have the associated program open and you're back in operation with that particular file. There is another function in this ability to find your file, is if it's a Word document or a Writer document that has a lot of content, you can include a phrase into the search engine and it'll go and search it even more extensively. This is an option that is always available to you and will take a little bit more time since it's looking at the content of each file. Well, this is the end of part 5, and we had to go into number 6 to complete this lesson, but that's okay because all of this information is very important to you. So when you're finished with this, if you get done replaying this as many times as desired, please move on to number 6.